Okay, this working is it's a little box spell, and we want to send someone to prison. The person in question is a very, very nasty person, and obviously I can't say what the person has done, but the person, let's just say, is a sexual deviant. Let's put it mildly. So this person deserves everything that's coming their way. If we're going to wait for karma, we're going to wait a long time. So this is the time when it's needed. It's important, I think, to take matters into your own hands when things get, to this point. So this is a black box that I make these boxes up, and I dress the inside with powders, etc. And there's black cloth inside and shattered glass. I glue the glass to the box, so when I make a puppet or I place a photograph inside, it means that the puppet is looking at his or her own reflection, and that it gives them time to see the error of their ways, uh, and it also brings discord, and and it's also a very good way of binding someone and holding them, in a place. You could obviously use a jar for this, but I like these boxes, especially when it comes to people like this that need to be bound in every way possible. So, if you're going to do something similar, you have to baptize the little puppet. So I made a little black puppet. You can't see that, but what I'm going to do is just bind around the mouth with black yarn. I'm going to bind the whole puppet around the mouth so that he can't talk or speak to anyone inappropriately, and I'm putting the hands behind his back so that he can't touch anyone, and I'm binding down towards the legs and binding them together as well. Okay, so basically you cannot touch anyone, you cannot speak to anyone of an, you cannot do this inappropriately, and bind you from harming any female or male for that matter. Okay, so if you could get a little pen, and what you can do is, I can't show you at the minute because my candle is over here, but place the pin over a black candle, and 1 second actually. As I was saying, place the pin over the heat of a black candle. Okay, and then put that needle pin, whatever you have, into the crotch area. So that will basically hurt that area. Okay. Now I'm going to open up the box. I have lined this box. Excuse all the staples. I stapled some black cloth in there just to make it. I like to just add my own touch to these things because at the end of the day, I think it's more potent when you do it that way. As you can see, the inside is all lined up with shards of glass, and anything he puts out will come back to him. So it's also like a return to sender. So I'm placing it I'm leaving the pin there, and I'm placing him in there along with a petition. And on the petition, I've said for him, we want him to go to jail, etc., etc. And I'm going to put some banishing oil on him to get rid of him. Now, some powders. Let me see. Some sulfur that'll bring discord into his life. Sulfur, and let me see. Black salt again. Black salt to darken his life. I use this black salt only for crossings, things like that. And it would be a good idea to get him in a bit of a confused mental state. So I have this little mix of black mustard seeds and poppy seeds. It's alright for the rummaging around. Okay, a little bit of knotweed that will hold him down, to stop him in his tracks. Knotweed is good for that. Stops people from like moving forward in life. Okay, and I have some jail dirt collected from an actual prison, so let's get that on him because that's where he's going. And I've asked the Santa Muerte for help. I've explained it to her. I've told her I've inhaled that. I've told her what we need, and I have good faith in this Santa Muerte. I really do. I'm going to also put some alum powder in there because alum powder is a good thing to silence someone, get rid of them, make them go away, that kind of thing. So we don't want the client to hear from him again. So alum powder is very good. And bring the fire element into the equation. Some cayenne pepper mixed with chilies, and that will bring him some circumstances that he doesn't want. Let's see. Now I probably need a bit of graveyard dirt and something else. Let me see. Graveyard dirt's around here somewhere. I set these powders out, and even though I set them out, they still walk, which is strange. There we go. Graveyard dirt is good because it's about calling endings. As you know, we want an ending to this situation. We want him out of the picture. I'm going to put a little bit of lime juice on him to slow his life down as well. So yeah, like I said, it's important to baptize the doll, otherwise it means nothing. So you know, I had to do that prior to the video. And destruction powder. You know, we really want to go out on a limb for him because he is nasty. So he deserves every single thing that's coming his way, and then some. So I could get some Santa Muerte powder just to give a little bit of an added oomph. It's not necessary. Actually, here's something that I could put in just for an added bonus, and that is some asylum dirt. You know, if he's in jail and he starts to lose the plot, they may lock him up in a, you know, and throw away the key in an asylum. You know, again, this was collected from a genuine mental hospital, so why not? And okay, I was gonna put in, yeah, some Santa Muerte powder just to make sure that her aspect is in it. But at the end of the day, it's not required. She's here, she knows, she will help. That's all I'm going to put in here for now because I think I have quite a bit in here at the moment. So with the Santa Muerte's blessing, everything will resolve itself. With the Santa Muerte's help, everything will resolve itself. I know, those rotten flowers. Again, it's very good to put something that's rotting because, again, his life will, yeah, these are moldy flowers and like attracting like, and you know, everything is what I call symbolic, and we want the element of rot. So let him rot in jail, let him rot in a mental institute, whatever, you know, that's what's going to happen. And so it is done. And I'm going to bind this box up. This box will be buried in the cemetery. It will not be disturbed. So I want to seal your fate. You will never lay hands on an innocent in your life again. You will never have the opportunity to do so. The Santa Muerte will strike you down. The Santa Muerte loves all children, all the innocence in life. And she will punish you, and you will feel her wrath. I'm sorry, I just speak, whatever comes to me. I'm not really into the rhyming of, I used to do a bit of that. I'm not really into that sort of thing. I just like to get the message across, then rather than making a little poem about it, if you know what I mean. I just like to say what I mean and get it out there clear as day. And that is what I'm trying to do. So I'm just binding it over in a shape of a cross, because that is how Santa Muerte was venerated. Christianity, Catholicism, should I say. Tie 3 knots in that. 1, 2, and I seal your fate. 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to burn some bleeding candles on this. I think I've explained before what bleeding candles are. They're black candles, and when you burn them, the inside turns red. So I've got a candle holder that will sit on top of this, and I'll burn the bleeding candles and let them bleed all over the box. And I'll do this probably 13 days or so, I'm not sure exactly. And when I'm done, this will go and be, like I said, it will be deployed in the graveyard. Like I've mentioned before in these videos, please don't go into a graveyard until you know the actual protocol of how to use the graveyard and how to approach it and all that rest. What I do, I've said before, is I pay the gatekeeper, the spirit of the gate, that watches over the graves. So I would pay them 3 coins. Sometimes I have 10 pence pieces, or sometimes I would use pennies. It just depends on what I have. And then if I'm working with the spirit, I would pay the grave itself, or if I'm just laying this down in the graveyard, then I still leave offerings. At the end of the day, I'm drawn to graves, and sometimes I go over and I get a lot of not feedback, but sometimes in my head I can hear almost what they're saying to me, if you know what I mean. It's very hard to explain. A graveyard, when you walk into a graveyard, there's a lot of activity, even though it's a quiet place and stuff, but the spirits are very much active in the graveyard. That is why when you leave, it's important to, again, pay the gatekeeper. And I always say to go home a different direction, because you do not want an attachment, because these spirits, let's face it, they're keen to attach themselves. Some are very unsettled or whatever, maybe not at peace forever for whatever reason, and it's important that you do your cleansing as well. Get it off you. Salt baths are very good if you don't have the means to, say, Florida water or whatever else, sage sticks, whatever. I use salt. Negativity cannot cross salt. Use it. Make sure you also visualize everything, your chakras are all balanced and clean and stuff like that, if you can do that, obviously. If you're taking a bath, visualize all the negativity going down the plug hole, that kind of thing. if you take showers, just put the salt on the base of the shower. So it's all required for this type of work because it's negative at the end of the day. So, but Santa Muerte is very good, and she doesn't like this sort of thing. She is all about living life and being happy, and for children to be free and enjoy their childhood, and this kind of thing is not what she wants, and she frowns on it, quite rightly so. Uh, she is a mother. She's the mother, like at the end of the day, the mother of death, uh, and this is not what she proves off in life. So that is why I think this type of working, uh, you know, basically with her involved will be powerful. Everything takes a bit of time, so we just have to wait and see what turns out. But yeah, I mean, I have high hopes for things working out. Uh, I've also asked the Santa Muerte to return the person in question that's being abused back to the client where she's safe. So obviously I can't say too much, but I just gonna have a quick nosy at a few oracle cards. Just give me a moment. Okay, these cards probably tell you stuff you already know. Let me see. First card out is vulnerable. Uh, and then we've got heartbreak. This is all about what's happened, I believe. Deception ties in well. And battle, I think that's what you're going through at the moment with regards to the whole thing. However, there's wisdom. This is a good card, which will bring the truth. There's the mirror. And then we've got gain, so there's something to be gained from all of this. And then abundance. So yeah, those are good cards, really good cards. And I just have a couple of other cards I'll read before I go. I want to get a little bit more work done on this. So let's see. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so the child will be protected. Yeah, and we're going to have a swift decision. And I believe this card is a court. That house card, I think that's a court. And I think there's going to be a very quick decision about this. Something's going to come to light, I think. And the child will be protected by someone. I have a feeling. I have a feeling the child will go somewhere first of all, before returning to you. But the child will be protected. Uh, Maybe temporarily, until things are sorted. But I don't think it's going to be for very long. I think it's going to happen quite quickly. And I think the center card tells me that the two of you will put down roots together, basically. But yeah, I think something is going to happen with regards to a court issue, with regards to the person in question, the target. And I think there's going to be, I've got him in the middle here as the man. Yeah, I think there's going to be a scandal about him. It's all going to come out. And yeah, I think the solution is here. It's not going to be long. The happiness card, that card. But I think there's going to be a lot of talk about him, almost like a scandal will be coming out about him, and it's going to really, really damage him. I mean, he deserves it. And this will really help things. And basically, he's going to be rumbled. And like I said, the court thing is going to, I think that's going to happen quite swiftly. So yeah, it looks promising, and I have a good feeling about it. Please, please, please keep in touch with me and let me know how things are progressing at your end. Uh, I know it's very, very difficult for you. These circumstances are really, really hard and harsh. And even for me, I'm finding it. When I was doing that box spell, I had a horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach about the whole thing. It's just wrong, feels wrong. So, he deserves everything that's coming his way, and then some. And, Santa Muerte is very capable of taking care of this. So, it does take a bit of time, as always. Magic does take time. Uh, but, you have a great ally here in Santa Muerte, and I probably will call on a Goetia spirit to nudge it from another angle. Haven't decided yet on that, but I'll do that probably at a later date. But Santa Muerte is well capable of taking care of this on her own. But sometimes I like to, hit it from a different angle. But I'll be doing some candle work on that, and I may, like I said, call on a Goetia spirit. But for now, I'm going to get this moving, and we'll give it probably about 13 days, maybe more, I'm not sure. And then we'll get it deployed, and let's just see what happens, because I think this person is on the way out, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, what he's done is unforgivable. And, I don't feel sorry for him in any way at all. And no one should. This is one of these workings that I don't want anyone coming on the channel to judge, because at the end of the day, once you step into this kind of life and decide that you're going to do this, you know, you throw all your rights away, as a human being. This person's a monster. So, I'm going to leave it there, because I'll get myself worked up, and I don't want to do that. There's a time and a place for that. So when I get the spell, when I get these black candles lit and stuff, that is the time for my anger to kick in. So it's thehouseofmagic@gmail.com. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll speak to you all very, very soon, and thank you for watching.